What's up, guys? Welcome to another video, and today we are reviewing Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, or Puss in Boots 2. And I read the reviews before I watched this, and a lot of people say it's in the same thing as Shrek 1 and 2, and they are absolutely right. I love how the amount of adult jokes in here. Oh my god. Like, let's see here. One of the characters was like, man, all these flowers smell like bull. You get it? And then he's like, boo, boo. Because all you could hear is sensors. All you can hear is the beeping sound because of how much that dog is swearing. Oh boy, that was. I'm shocked. I'm honestly surprised that the movie went this far. That DreamWorks actually still has the guts to do that. Because if any of you have seen any of the earlier Shrek movies where it was much edgier humor. Like, literally they said the A word in the first one. Oh, I gotta save my... I'll let you fill that in. Because... But obviously... Like, I can't see Shrek ever, like... I just don't see Shrek. I just don't see like a movie like that ever happen really today. And if it did, it would probably get censored heavily. Okay, because apparently if you have like too many swear words in your movie, it'll be labeled as rated R. It's usually like 10 to 20 like 10 to 20 like swear words at a time or something like that. But anyways, in my opinion, I thought the villains, although for me, we have learned time and time again that having too many villains, having multiple villains, most of the time is not the greatest idea. One, it'll feel like all the villains are just downright fighting for screen time. Two, there won't be any development or at least won't have any time to have them all have development. Because, fun fact, did you know that in the first Spider-Man movie they were going to have Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus in the same movie? But, due to, Sam, basically backing off Sony and saying, or at least convincing them that, it'll be too expensive, which ultimately gave to Spider-Man 1 and 2 the best movies of all time. But then in the third movie, Sony came in their German-infested fingerprints, which that's a whole other topic. But anyways, back to Puss in Boots. Now, the Shrek franchise, because of basically after Shrek 4 and the first Puss in Boots movie making decent amount of money, but ultimately both movies got pretty mixed reception, which ultimately led DreamWorks to basically retire the franchise and retire the series, because Shrek and Puss in Boots are very popular IPs. Because that was the franchise that essentially got DreamWorks to the place they are in the first place. If it wasn't for Shrek, they wouldn't be here today. They wouldn't be as big of a success as they are today. Now, they've been claiming that they will make a Shrek 5 for years now. And it never, and honestly, currently, Puss in Boots is, as of me making this, currently its box office is currently doing pretty well, so it's looking to be a financial success. which means this could give enough confidence to the studio to make Shrek 5. Or at least, because I've been hearing that they're bringing back everybody back. I'm talking Mike Myers, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, even Antonio Banderas, who is the returning character. Plus Shrek does make a cameo in this movie, but it's like a split second. It's like the one when Puss in Boots is like scared by the scary bad wolf, which we will talk about in a little bit, shortly. And it was just him walking, and man, and even the gingerbread man had a cameo, which means this isn't entirely a reboot. Not entirely. Like, in my opinion, it's more of like a soft reboot to the franchise, where it's like a movie set in the same universe as those original movies. Because, let's say, the first Puss in Boots, it's kind of like how the first Shrek was just generic, but then the sequel was like 100 times better. Because, my God, Shrek 2 and Puss in Boots 2, I'll tell you this, though. Puss in Boots 2 definitely is in the same vein as Shrek 1 and 2. Because for me, although I like Puss in Boots 2, I still love Shrek 2. Okay, Shrek 2 will always be my favorite Shrek movie. Because, sadly, Shrek 3 and 4 just couldn't live up to those first two movies. In my opinion, Shrek 2 will always be the best. And for me, because I'll tell you, now let's talk, since I thought everybody in this movie was hilarious, now let's talk about the villains, since there's 3 villains, okay? Because usually having too many villains in your movie usually does not end well. It's like a bad idea, and that's why a lot of people recommend you having a single villain. Here they have multiple villains. That being Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Mr. Jack Hornet, or whatever. Yeah, his name's Jack. And also, not only is his name Jack, never mind. And we have the Big Bad Wolf. The Big Bad Wolf, oh my God. The Big Bad Wolf was freaking terrifying. Like, it felt like something out of a horror movie. And if I was a little kid and I saw that dude right next to me, he would scare the crap out of me if I was a little kid. Because I'm just surprised at how emotional this film was, honestly. Plus, first of all, the first 15 minutes of this movie, just a generic average kids movie, right? But the scene when Puss in Boots was in the bar and the wolf was in next to him, that was the moment when this movie took a very, very, very different turn. A turn that, my God, and honestly, first of all, compared to the original was solid, but I'm sorry, but the villains in there were just weak. Okay? Humpty Dumpty was a solid villain, just an okay villain, but to me, the villains were done much better here in the sequel. And the movie essentially ends, and them living happily ever after. And overall, I thought this movie was definitely a great return to form to the Shrek series, and definitely put my fears, because when I first heard that they were going to do a Puss in Boots 2, I thought it was going to be stupid. Like, I thought it sounded like a bad idea instead of focusing on Shrek 5. But they surprised me. I'm just surprised about how good it is. And overall, I thought Puss in Boots 2, or Puss in Boots The Last Wish, overall was definitely better than the first one, which is why it gets an 8 to a 9 out of 10 for me. It gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Now, and that's it. That's my thoughts on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. And that's it. Puss in Boots 2, or Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, came out in 2022, and as of right now, it's currently looking like a box office hit. And honestly, I've been hearing like the next part of this franchise will be like Shrek 5, which please, okay, because I cannot wait until I see Shrek 5. And this will be the end of the Shrek and Puss in Boots series for now, until Shrek 5 comes out, until the next installment comes out. I want you guys to stay tuned for the big franchises I'll be covering, which will be coming very soon. They'll be coming soon. That's all I can say. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next video.